What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be reviewing the Putco style LED bulb. This bulb number is number 921. The actual number of the bulb, like the model number, I'll put in the description below. I got these for my 2009 Civic Si. I currently have two other bulbs right now that are illuminating my license plates in the back, so I guess technically just one plate, and they work phenomenal. So I knew from the beginning that I needed a light that had at least one LED that would shine down, and I needed one that would shine, the bulbs sit in there horizontally, so I needed a light that would shine this way, and I knew that this would be the perfect bulb because they work phenomenal. Well, not this specific bulb, but the same style bulb works phenomenal on my license plate lights. I just needed that extra little LED to give me the light that I needed, and sure enough, it lights up my trunk like a Christmas tree. I've actually got a video set up of me heading outside to my driveway so you can see what they look like at night. But the Putco bulbs, they say that they're made in the USA. Putco does. I'll hold them to that. They are polarized, so if you put them in one way and you're getting no light, go ahead and just flip it over and put it in the other way. That should fix the issue. I'm not sure if these are CAN bus compliant, which basically means that if there's a bulb out in your car, your car will notify you by throwing a light on your dash saying, hey, you've got a light out on your car. And the reason that happens is because the power draw from LED lights is a lot less than a regular halogen bulb. So your car thinks that there's a light out when really there's not. It just is pulling less power. Some of these LEDs can go ahead and compensate for that because they comply with that technology and will not throw errors. I'm not sure exactly if these are, so I'm not going to say one way or the other, but I haven't had any issues thus far. I'm sure the data is out there. I just haven't really looked into it, but I know that is a big issue with some people where they'll buy a bulb and they'll leave a review online saying that they installed it, and their car was throwing a faulty bulb light or whatever. Or you'll even get reviews sometimes that say, I installed the light, it's not as bright as I'd like, it's not as blue as I wanted, whatever. I mean, you're entitled to that, but you need to do your research. So with my car and my girlfriend's car, go to the light that you're trying to replace. Look at the housing, look at the way that the bulb is installed in your car. Make sure that the bulb that you get is going to have the proper lighting to be able to effectively, show that light. So if you have a housing like my girlfriend's Fiesta, where it's a completely black housing, the light just shines downward, there's no reflecting whatsoever, just a clear lens to cover the light or keep the light from being exposed to the elements. I mean, getting a 360-degree bulb is not going to do you any good because there's going to be wasted light on the upper half. So instead, you want to get something that's going to be able to reflect light downward. So look at different things like that because that could potentially save you a headache, save you time, money. Just do your research, and before you make a review and state that you're unhappy, reviews are there so that you can express like the performance of a certain product. If something is not performing well because of an issue that you looked over, I mean that doesn't really justify giving something a bad review. It's just your fault because you didn't. I mean, if you would have known that, then of course the light wouldn't have been what you were expecting. Of course, if it's not CAN bus compliant, you'd be getting errors. So you need to look into those things whenever purchasing lights, specifically LED bulbs. Just like sometimes turn signals require load resistors because the way that the current is drawn, you can get a light that flashes really quickly, and nobody wants that. Nobody wants to look like a like a police officer driving down the road with your light flashing really fast. So just look those different things over. Going back to the lights though, they work great. I'll go ahead and show you the video of me heading outside so you can see what they look like in my trunk. Keep in mind that I am recording on a 1080p camera, so the actual view in person is a lot better. At one point in the video I explained that you can see all the way to the back of my trunk. You really can't look at that on the camera, you can't really see that, but in person you can see like the whole area, that is my trunk. You can see it all. It's all lit up. So for an 8th generation Civic, this bulb right here is what you want to get if you're looking for a clean white light and looking to replace a bulb in your trunk. So I promise you that you will not be disappointed. It's a great choice. They are a little bit more expensive than your standard IJDM toy. I think even some of the car ID LED bulbs But they do make a nice light, and it's a high quality bulb. It's made in the U.S. So I mean, if you're into that kind of thing and you support that, at least know that the bulbs, they perform very well. So you just got to make sure that the bulb will perform well, in the application you're trying to use it in. Okay, guys, so here we are outside. As you can see, the light coming through the crack of the trunk, also the light reflecting down on the side street of my house. So going ahead and opening up the trunk door here, you can see the lights illuminate the whole interior of my trunk. Now, like I said before, the video does not do this justice. So you can actually see all the way inside my trunk to the back, no problem. It's a nice cool white light, though on the camera you might see that a little differently. This is just to get the point across, though. I do apologize for all the crap in my trunk. I've got some jumper cables, Halloween costume, and a little towel for my puppy. But this is what the light looks like inside. I normally don't like to do that because I understand that, I mean, you're looking at it through a video camera, so it's clearly not going to be the same thing you're going to see in real life. However, I just wanted you to see that it does in fact light up the whole inside of my trunk with a very nice, cool looking light.